All right, shower is completed. That's not okay.
Oh, I just saw the gnat again.
That's not okay, in my opinion. Oh! I've ordered takeout. Yes, I have. I'm using a literal butter knife right now.
Tried my first bite of food. It dribbled on me a little bit.
One day I will be a plus size influencer who has died. That is crazy.
This video is so raw, you guys. Fuck.
Damn, what a real bitch is that?
Hey there YouTube, it's me Hens, and I'm back here with Amberlynn. I'm a little sick today, so pardon me. My allergies are teaming up with my asthma to try and assassinate me, so I'm trying to survive that and this content. This video is called Torrid Try On Haul, Are Mukbangs Coming Back, and the 9 BPD Criteria Traits. Sparkle Vlog. Let's get into it. It's 20 minutes. I ever sped up to 1.35 times.
All right, you
Speed.
guys, I am not vlogging today, but I did promise you I would give you guys a day-by-day update on this build that I am doing. So in total, there is 584 steps. I am currently on step 151, and this is how it is looking. Absolute.
This is something a teenager or somebody who doesn't have anything else going on in their life does. Like, what? That you have so much time and energy to devote to this thing that's 500 something steps, but you don't even have time to walk Twinkie. Interesting, that one.
Absolutely insane. Like, what? How have I done this? I really don't know. There it is. Hello. So it is March 1st.
Oh, hello, Elvira Lynn. How are you?
I saw I did not vlog yesterday. I did give you a build update though. So yesterday my mom asked if I wanted to go to bingo and like
Also, stop overlining your lips. She drew all the way on the bottom of her, like, this is like the regular part of her skin. She drew on it.
was just debating all day long, and I was like, no. I felt bad because I could tell she wanted me to go, but like I have zero energy. Like ever since I got COVID, like my whole body
She looks
and
like
mind has just
she looks like a fucking like in 90s movies, this is how they would dress hookers
like changed
or make their
I have not
makeup.
been able to like gain my energy, stamina. Like my brain is still foggy. My breathing is worse than ever. Like it's not the greatest feeling. So then she called me again today and she was like, we're going to bingo. Do you want to go tonight? So since I said no to last night, I was like, you know what, Mom? Yes, I will go. So I'm gonna go to bingo. This is like the first time that I went and have done anything in almost a month. So I'm really excited to see my mom and hang out with her. And I know a lot of you was actually worried about her thinking that she got COVID because I told you guys that she ended up messaging me saying that she doesn't feel well. Well, she took 2 COVID tests and they were both negative and she just was feeling under the weather. She feels a lot better now, so that's good. Thankfully,
Good.
we're going to a bingo hall that actually has really good events. So like the cigarette smoke isn't as intense because I'm telling you, my lungs do not need that. Like I have not vaped in over a month. Like it's been a long time, maybe like 5 weeks.
Over a month? Didn't she say that she wasn't going to be vaping at all? But over a month would be excluding the time that we saw her vaping on camera when the puff of vapor came from her side where she was hiding off camera and then kept walking over onto that side as she was filming talking to Mama Lynn. It was when Mama Lynn and she were reminiscing about going camping and stuff like that.
6 weeks, and I don't plan on doing it again for like a hot minute because I'm telling you, like my breathing is already so bad, and I know that on days where I vape more than usual, like my breathing is kind of hecticana, so it's like I need to just stay away from that.
Wait.
I won at bingo, but here's the build update. Day 4, I'm on step 181 out of 584 steps, and this is how it looks so far. Hello. So it is the next day.
Hello.
It is March 2nd. So I actually saw my mom for a bit today, but I did not vlog that. I've had a pretty decent day, and if you guys hear noises in the background, it's because
It's Wasabi using the litter box.
I'm currently drying some clothing.
Oh, never mind.
This is a big box because I'm actually
That's what it
fixing
sounded
to,
like.
remodel, for the lack of a better word, out with the old and with the new, a lot of like my kitchen stuff, so I might vlog some of that. We'll see. So as you
But
guys probably
also, that's something that bugs me about vloggers. I don't watch many. I don't watch any, actually, except for Amber. And, like, it's kind of annoying. Why would you wait to film while you have stuff in the laundry, except if you want to say, oh, I have stuff in the laundry.
Remember, I got recommended by a professional 2 borderline personality disorder books, and instead of doing both at the same time because I don't want to get overwhelmed on top of doing therapy, I decided to start with this one. And as you guys know, I want to keep therapy sacred to myself, but I do want to share my struggles with borderline personality disorder because
Beepity.
I struggle bad.
Beepity.
And that is a very big part of me, and I want to be very transparent in my journey of like healing that part of me. So we're going to talk about chapter 1 today. So chapter 1 is called BPD 101, and some quotes from it that I want to read are: most people misunderstand what borderline personality disorder is and how it impacts people's lives, which is very true. It's not just the lives of the person that has it, but it's also like the lives of the people around that person. Also, something else is
Duh. We've been telling you that. Why are you telling us that? Are you telling Beck that now? Oh, Beck, you just have to deal with it. It's part of the process of me healing.
says is getting a clear picture of your BPD is the start of a journey of self-exploration, which will allow you to grow beyond your BPD, and that change is possible. It says that many individuals who meet the criteria for BPD can look back at their childhood and adolescence and see the beginning of the symptoms and patterns, which is so beyond true. Like, I look back and realize that like at the age of 16, I was struggling. So there's 9 criteria listed, and an individual needs to meet at least 5 of them to be diagnosed and qualify for the diagnosis of borderline personality disorder. I'm going to read the 9 to you, and then I'm going to tell you guys which ones that I have. So number 1 is frantic efforts to avoid real or imagined abandonment. 2, a pattern of unstable and intense interpersonal relationships characterized by alternating between extremes. 2, a pattern of unstable and intense interpersonal relationships characterized by alternating between extremes of idealization and devaluation. 3, identity disturbance, markedly and persistently
I'm gonna cover up her cleavage. That shit is nasty.
unstable self-image or sense of self. My dryer just went off. Hold on a second. Number 4 is impulsivity in at least 2 areas that are potentially self-damaging. For example, spending, sex, substance abuse, reckless driving, binge eating. Number 5 is reoccurrent suicidal behavior, gestures or threats, or self-mutilating behavior. Number 6 is affective instability due to a marked reactivity of mood. So for example, intense episodic dysphoria, irritability, or anxiety usually lasting a few hours and only rarely more than a few days. Number 7 is chronic feelings of emptiness. Number 8 is inappropriate, intense anger or difficulty controlling anger. For example, frequent displays of temper, constant anger, reoccurrent physical fights. So the last one, which is number 9, transient stress-related paranoid ideation or severe dissociative symptoms. And out of the 9, I have all 9. But there is one that I even question.
I don't think that you have all 9. You probably have like 7. You don't have 9.
Marking off because it's so low, like on the totem pole. So next part of this chapter was talking about how BPD is a spectrum. It says in here that the intensity and severity of each part of the criteria is unique to each person. So I had to answer a ton of questions to see like where you fall on the spectrum, and I fell on extreme. You're supposed to circle, is this statement for you mild,
Morbidly BPD.
moderate, severe, or extreme?
That's what she's really aiming towards.
Ton of statements. So like one that I circled extreme on was frantic efforts to avoid real or imagined abandonment. There was quite a few that I circled extreme and severe on. Actually, I circled severe and extreme on every single one.
So she's talking about a self-evaluation. She's not talking about like any actual thing that a professional told her.
Except for one. And then another part of this chapter was just like a Q&A. So obviously I'm not going to read all of my answers to you guys because some of them are personal, but one of them I can read to you guys just so you guys can like understand me a little bit more. And what part or parts of your life, for example, relationship with family and friends, work, how you see yourself.
This is giving the same energy as that journal that she read out a passage from. And I will no longer read these journals to Beck anymore. That was what she said. It wasn't that Beck could read it. It was that she would no longer read them to Beck. That's where she caught herself.
And so on. Do these symptoms cause the greatest problems? When I'm in a romantic relationship with someone, it is the worst. So
it's like she's writing out. This is her writing. This is why she calls herself a writer. This is it. This is her whole thing. She thinks she's an accomplished writer because she writes out this whole narrative of her life. I wish we could see the things that she doesn't want us to see in terms of like the journaling, because there's a reason she doesn't want anyone else to see it, especially her partners. That's concerning.
That's where it causes the greatest problems, but it has caused problems with family/friends as well. So it's very rare that it causes problems within my family, thankfully. But like if I have a friendship where I'm extremely close to them and I see them like a lot, it can definitely cause problems in that friendship. And obviously when it comes to a partner, because I am talking to them a lot, and they become almost like someone I'm reliant on. And I know that's also due to my BPD. When I say reliant, I mean I'm reliant on them like mentally, emotionally, due to like the fear of abandonment, which is really where BPD is like rooted from. And the last thing I want to share is a quote from here. Feeling alone is very common for people with BPD, so common that it's in the criterion, which in parentheses it says chronic feelings of emptiness, but you're not alone. Approximately 18 million or nearly 6% of adults in the
I swear to God, if she starts crying.
United States have been diagnosed with BPD. That shocked me, and it definitely made me feel less alone. And this first chapter was honestly so just like validating. Like I've already done the whole criteria thing because when I was diagnosed I had to go through all that, but it's like just doing it again and like thinking of it differently with like a whole different mind frame. I'm able to be more like transparent with myself because I'm not ashamed anymore. For the longest
I've never felt validated. But she's literally said before that the therapy she's been doing in the past was making her feel validated. That's the weird thing, that she wants to all of a sudden claim, nobody ever validated me. That's why I feel so insecure.
time, like I was ashamed. That's why when people would be like, Amberlynn, I think you have borderline personality disorder, like I would become so defensive. Like I don't understand why. I don't know why anyone would ever be ashamed or embarrassed of something that they went through that caused them to have this. Like it's not your fault. Like so if you're watching and you're struggling and you have any sort of like shame or embarrassment, simply don't. All right, you guys, we're gonna do a taste test.
Or that sounds like she's giving her it sounds like she's giving herself an excuse to not care really about what people say and just to let things roll off her back and onto her shelf. But that's the thing, is like she already doesn't care. She's disrespected everybody's opinion and any meaningful insight they've given her because she doesn't want to hear it.
Duos, beef jerky, situation type deal. It's a feed your sweet side and feed your spicy side. Mango and jalapeno beef jerky. So I am a little nervous. Wait, what's the date on this? Oh, okay. Not until 2026. It's because I've had this for a while now. But I was feeling a little snacky, so I said, why not try this? Ooh, that smells so good. Stop right now. So this is what it looks like.
Nom 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 nom
I feel like
nom.
my taster isn't like 100% perfect ever since I had COVID, but I'm not tasting mango. I'm not tasting jalapeno. What is happening? I like
Nom 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 nom
It might be
nom.
like a little sweet, but it's very faint. Let me try another piece.
Nom 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 nom
No.
nom 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 nom.
No. No spice. The sweet is like on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like 1. I mean, regardless, it's good, but like I have no idea what's happening. All right, you guys, day 5.
I mean, you're consciously stuffing meat in your mouth and chewing it. And you're like, I don't taste it. Let me eat more. Acting like you're not going to eat the whole pack.
Like I said, I'm going to do daily updates on this. I'm on step 218 on this build that I am doing. And this is how it is looking. Absolutely intense. I have had so many difficulties. I've had so many struggles where a piece wouldn't go in, or I thought I messed up, or something just wasn't going right.
I forget that she has the dexterity of a toddler. I forget that. It would be hard. It would be hard because this is supposed to be for people who are 14 and up. If you're 14, you have the dexterity of an almost adult. You don't have the same level of that ability as a kid, as a little kid. Amberlynn, I'm so sorry. You should use some forceps or something.
Well, it has been a challenge, but it has been a rewarding challenge. Hello. So it is March 3rd, and I literally just remembered as I was putting away.
Did she say March 3rd?
Hello. So it is March 3rd, and
She
I
did
literally
say
just
merch.
remembered as I was putting.
It sounds like she said merch. March 3rd.
Hello. So it is March 3rd.
She
and I
did.
literally just remembered as I was putting away some of my clothing that I forgot to like actually do the Torrid try-on haul.
Oh, Ambi, this makes you look like you have some yellowing around your eyes. I don't like that for you.
So my actual Torrid haul was a few vlogs ago, but we're gonna try on those clothes now and see if they fit. All right, first things first is this dress. The sleeves are so cute, actually. And I really like the cut of it. I like how it goes up right there. And it is a little see-through in the boobage area, but I am no prude, so I am okay with that. We do have pockets, which we love. I love how tight it is here, and then a little loose here. And then as we back up, that's what it looks like. Has like a little frilly on the bottom.
Her arm.
A little loose here. And then as we back up,
Her arm. Watch when it swings down. Watch.
this is what it looks like.
Whoa!
Has like a little
Whoa.
frilly on the bottom here, just like it does on the sleeves. So it actually fits me
Whoa.
pretty well,
Whoa.
to be honest. I really like how it looks from the front, but from the side,
Whoa.
it's kind of meh because
Whoa. Whoa. It's literally half as thick as she is. Half as thick as she is.
it does have stitching on the bottom here that makes it
Damn.
go in on the bottom, and I don't really care for that. So next is the Mean Girls. Why are you so obsessed with me? I thought
Her arms are like 5 of mine.
this sweater was literally perfect. 1, love the color pink. 2, love the movie Mean Girls. And 3, that is a question I ask all the time. So first things first, the inside of this is like the softest thing I have
Well, it's a statement, actually, because there's no question mark.
ever felt. So when we back up here, we can see that it's actually a really good length. I find with my body type and the way that Torrid is, sometimes
I
things
find.
run super short and it can be like this.
Ew.
Or sometimes the front part can even be like super high up like this. And I'm
Ugh.
just like, no. So yeah, it's super cozy and I love it. Oh my gosh. So next is the checkered over the shoulder sweater. And it just feels huge. Like my arms feel super.
At least her hair is over her armpit, so all the stench doesn't just come running out. It just has to filter through her hair.
Small.
Ew.
And itty bitty, which sometimes
Ugh.
that is why, you know, girly pop loves a sweater, but it's like kind of annoying and it's not
It looks
easy to
like T-Rex arms.
move in because while this is super loose, down here feels a
Ugh.
little tight, a little snug, a little short. But if I
That was
pull it up,
so
down
firm.
here feels and it's not easy
So
to move
firm.
in because while this is super loose, down here feels
Oh
a little
my.
tight, a little snug, a little short. But if I pull it up above my booty there,
Ugh.
it all just feels loosey-goosey and cozy. But that's what I was saying before. Like, I don't want to have my butt out for the
I
whole
don't.
world to be looking at.
Yeah, I don't. I also have a large butt proportionally, but not like hers. Mine is dainty.
But I will say it's super cute. I love like over-the-shoulder type of looks. So next is the Tragic Tee, where I accidentally bought 2 of them, but I'm just gonna give the other one to my mom. So I love this one. I love how
Aw,
light it is.
tragic twins. I love that for you. Except Mama Lynn is the good part of the tragedy. She's a Greek tragedy where she's the person that knows what's gonna happen to you. She's that person.
I love the length. Like, I have 0 complaints about this. Like, it's cozy, it's breathable. I'm giving tragic every single day of my life, so it's definitely made for me. Last but not least, we have the tank top, which is actually like a sleeper tee. So it fits well. It's super loose, it's long, and this is what it looks like from the side. This is probably not something that I would ever like wear out, but if I did, I'd probably have like a cardigan over it, and I'd have to lose a little bit more weight to feel like comfortable in it. And by the way, don't let anyone ever make you feel bad of like, if you're wearing a sleeper tee in public and you feel comfy, do it. If you're wearing a bikini
What's
top
a
as
sleeper
bralette,
tee? Is that supposed to be this?
ever make you feel bad of like, if you're wearing a sleeper tee in public and you feel comfy, do it. If you're wearing a bikini top,
No. There are contexts where you cannot just wear whatever you want, Amber. People like you wouldn't understand that because you don't go anywhere and occupy shared spaces. When that's the case, you have to adhere to a certain level of dress.
as a bralette, do it. If you're wearing a long shirt as a dress, do it.
No.
Do you wear what you love and wear what you feel good in and what you feel comfortable.
Notice how all of these are only for women. It's one of those things about the fat acceptance rhetoric. It's only for women. They don't care about fat men. They don't care about obese men. There's a lot of fucking obese men, and they don't give a fuck about them.
in. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that
It's
was a pretty
about
good tour.
feeling sexy as a woman because they're fat. They want to be. That's why she's in a fucking bra right now. Yeah, we're gonna cover that up, Amber.
Haul. And we can't forget about this cardigan. So I did try it on in my last video when I actually did the haul, and I absolutely love it. I almost cannot wait until like the cold weather comes back because it's fixing to be spring and then summer, and your girl is not going to be wanting to wear this. All right, you guys, we're going to try another Factor meal. So this one I'm very nervous about. It's the Louisiana shrimp
Oh, she has a timer set for herself. Speed run.
with smoked Gouda cauliflower grits, chicken andouille tomato gravy, and there's also
What is it?
a shrimp with smoked Gouda cauliflower grits, chicken andouille tomato gravy, and there's also some
Ugh.
broccoli in here. I'm hesitant, okay? It is a little liquid.
That is watery as shit. Ugh. That looks. Is it still good? I have never seen grits that look like that. Just saying. I don't like grits, but I've never seen grits that look like that.
What I was expecting it to be like, because trust me, I've had grits before, love them. but they do not look like this. I'm fully aware
No,
that this is cauliflower
they don't.
grits, so it is different.
Ugh.
Let's try it. Okay. The flavor is
But what is
so
all
good.
that water and liquid?
So shrimp for me is hit or miss depending on texture. I love the taste of shrimp, but texture is where it kind of gets me. Gotta blow it off first. I'm just gonna take a bite of it. The
Ugh.
texture and the taste is actually perfect. I was so hesitant on that. I'm gonna get some of the juices. Well,
Ew.
grits. I mean, this is like a, what did it say, chicken andouille tomato gravy, so maybe that's why it's so
Andouille.
liquidy, but it's good.
Or I believe andouille.
Now let's try the broccoli. By the way, it's storming here. Yes, it is. I'm telling you, their vegetables are on point. But yeah, it's storming here.
They're
It
just
was hailing.
steamed vegetables in the microwave. You can buy 5 to 10 times as much as in that for like $2 easily. Or you could even go when they have them on sale and get like 3 for $5. What's wrong with you?
Earlier, not my power, I was gonna say my power. My internet is flickering. Genuinely, it's just been hectic on it. Holy, this is good. Wow. So I'm sure some of you are like, why is there a stopwatch behind you?
No,
Well,
we know.
I'll explain in a second. Let me enjoy this delicious broccoli.
It's for Emily. Babe, look how fast I can eat. Look.
A lot of people think that like mukbangs are coming back. Literally no. Literally no. People are thinking because I'm sitting down eating a meal that I'm like highly editing that it's a mukbang. Literally no. A mukbang is where you eat large quantities of food and you get to watch the person actually enjoy it, chew their food, etc., etc. But that is not what's happening here. I have been editing down my eating so much that I take out 97% of my chewing. And the reason why I have this little stopwatch back here is because people were like, oh my gosh, she's eating it so fast. She's just like gulping it down in like 2 minutes. No, it's because I'm like highly editing it because it's not a mukbang. I'm literally a person who lives alone and
Well, I mean, you're still talking. You're talking a lot. So, and you're talking more now than you were in the other ones. And you're only 5 minutes in and you've eaten most of the shrimp. The rest is like a soup. So, are you going to put the broccoli in your soup and have like a broccoli cheese grits soup? Or are you going to drink it like a heathen?
who eats alone every single day, all of my meals, and I get lonely.
I eat very slowly and to the point where people make fun of me when we're eating together that like they've been done for 10 minutes and I'm still about halfway done. And then they're like, do you want to take it to go? And I'm like, I'm very full. I can't go.
Yes, I do. So sometimes it's nice to come on here and be like, let's try a factor meal. And I think it's a really cool concept for people who like are too lazy to cook or who can't cook or who don't have time to cook. Like it doesn't even matter why you have it, but yeah, a
It
mukbang is very
does.
much not what I'm doing.
Kind of does because you don't need it.
I don't know. It's just
If you actually invested time in changing your behavior as it regards food, if you started to engage with food by cooking it yourself from scratch, by getting the ingredients, by thinking up the recipes that you want to prepare based on like what you're watching on YouTube. I literally get recipes from YouTube all the time. I get them from YouTube and I get them from Food Network things or even just randomly if I know I can get the ingredients. I don't ever get anything off TikTok cuz I'm never on TikTok. But she could do that. I know that there's a lot of hit or miss TikTok cooking, but she could at least try that.
it's almost like people want that, but they say that they don't, but they really do. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like a form of like reverse psychology. I don't know. This
Ew.
is just a little
All the
piece.
liquid in the bottom of the broccoli. I can't deal with wet broccoli. That looks gross.
Moment, and I'm lonely and I want to eat with the people who enjoy eating with me. And there's a lot of you, and there's a lot of you who feel alone and who do message me and say, I miss eating with you. And I'm never going to film like full-fledged mukbangs again. It's not going to happen. But little moments like this throughout my vlog, I don't mind doing that. You guys trust me, I get it. I know a lot about loneliness, and I'm really working on like bettering myself, and I'm on Weight Watchers. Definitely not going to be perfect, but I'm working on my relationship with food, and I like sharing that with you guys. And I think Factor is really going to help me with that because it's such a wide variety of foods as well. I am absolutely shocked with how good the shrimp is. And the cauliflower grits, I would have no idea that that's cauliflower, but I like cauliflower, so I'd like it regardless. Last piece of broccoli. She's a biggin. Now we have our last shrimp here.
Wait, so it's broccoli and cauliflower with some shrimp. Lol. They could have just had a cheesy cauliflower dish underneath the shrimp. What the hell?
Yum. Definitely gonna be getting this one
I
again.
hate
It's
that
the
like
best.
imitating rice and other grains with veggies if it's unnecessary. Yes, if you're trying to sub out and reduce your carbs, but literally she's having broccoli too. So you could have had like you could have still had the steamed broccoli but had the cauliflower prepared whole. It's just more processed food.
Actually one of the ones that I gave my stepdad and he said he really liked it. All right, so I ate it all. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Wow. And thank you guys for having a meal with me.
All right, day 6. I'm on step 242, and this is how it is looking. We now have 2 seats. Look at that.
So I actually just got done editing this video and I was about to like get it scheduled and all that stuff, and I realized I do not have an outro. I didn't realize how long this video was, but I hope that you guys did enjoy
Yeah,
it
this green, yellow makes her look sick.
and enjoy the length of it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Bye. Let's check out the comments. People who actually have BPD don't talk about having BPD every minute of their lives. It's not a competition or a flex. I can't get over the way she acts like she's mere 20 pounds overweight and has all the time in the world to lose it. Right. The timer. Girl, you know exactly what you're doing. I forgot about the Beck thing. That's creepy and disgusting, actually. It's really gross. And also, she did admit that she's violent. Because she said, I have all 9 traits. I'm embarrassed to have BPD after all the misinformation you've spread about it. Don't feel ashamed. It's all about her being an attention seeker. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Things don't run super short, Amber. You run super big. Yeah, and it shortens things. Borderline personality disorder is one of the most commonly misdiagnosed disorders. Super common. Please see a real therapist. A book is a great tool in addition to therapy. Yeah. But she won't. Timing yourself in the background of your mukbang is so extra it's sending me. Because she still finished that thing in like 6 minutes, 7 minutes. So, yeah, I would have been eating that for about 15 minutes. I'm not even kidding you. It takes me a long time to finish my food. Even if, because I don't like eating food when it's piping hot. I would prefer it when it's like lukewarm, but it's like come down to that temperature because the flavor is all there and then it's nice and cool enough to eat. But then also, I'm usually doing other things before I eat. You'd be Regina's favorite target. Let's read one more. First, let's read this one. 15 minutes. Is she being funny with the whole timer thing? No, she's not. She knows what she's doing. She knows. She'll deflect and say, oh, well, what do you mean? I was just timing myself to see how long it took to eat, to prove the haters wrong. That's what she'll claim. And then the second one that we'll leave off with is hashtag Team Beck. Of course we are. And I'm surprised that maybe because it's a hashtag, she can't block it yet. She has to block the whole term. Anywho, if you enjoyed this reaction, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a bell pepper in the comments. Talk to you later.